Hey everybody, it's Victoria Marie back with another scrapbook layout process video. And this one is called This is Fabulous. And it's a picture of my little girl. And she is starting to kind of create her own outfits these days. She's 4 years old and ever so fashionable. So I thought I would write a little bit about this, journal about this in her 4-year-old album, which is almost done because she turns 5 in February. So I'm showing you some of the papers. I'm using everything for this layout that I'm using is from Heidi Swapp. Um, and she has some of the most beautiful collections, and the colors are light and airy, and that's exactly what I wanted this layout to be. So the first thing I do is I'm going to mount my photo on a piece of vellum paper. Then I'm going to take two of the pattern papers out of the collection and create sort of a cluster or a layer. And the idea is that I'm going to do a lot of embellishing on this page because I have so much of the Heidi Swapp embellishments. I just kind of went Heidi Swapp crazy over the past few months because she has the best stuff. So I pull out a piece of striped paper, which is my favorite. I'm trying to preserve so much of that paper. So now I'm going to get out the embellishments, and there's my little organizer tray. And trying to figure out which embellishments I want to use. But first, I want to do a little bit of inking with my Tim Holtz Distress inks. And so you see me holding up Victorian Velvet, and I'm going to go ahead and use that stencil that's from American Crafts that has butterflies on it. I'm going to apply some of this Tim Holtz Distress ink, and what I wanted to do was make the outline dark and then fill in the middle slightly lighter than the edges. And then I'm going to come back with the Tim Holtz Tumbled Glass, and I'm going to layer it over that Victorian Velvet. And it gives it this really soft, sort of fluffy look on the page, and it's so pretty. I think I'm going to do this again on another page. But I want this page to be whimsical, and it added just that. So I'm going in a little bit lighter with the blue Distress ink, and so as you can see, that turned out really pretty. So I'm going to lay the photo down, and I'm pretty good where that's placed at. I'm sort of moving some things out of the way. And I'm going to go ahead and commit to that photo being there. I'm adhering that photo with some Tombow Mono. And then let's see what I'm going to do next. Okay, so I take a cute little clip. These are so cute. They have butterflies on the top, and put that at the top of the photo because I'm going to do a cluster there. Then I'm going to do some embellishments running down the left-hand side of that photo. I'm going to go ahead and add my title because I often forget to add my titles. I'll get to, I start embellishing and then I'm like, oh, I probably should add a title somewhere on the page. So I'm going to take again from that Heidi Swapp collection, that beautiful script chipboard piece there that says Fabulous, and I'm going to cluster in that area. I'm taking some Tombow Mono liquid, aqua liquid glue. I have so many adhesives, it's crazy. I needed something to kind of hold that down. And because it's chipboard, the adhesive, I used it on another page and decided not to use it, so the adhesive came off of that piece, and so I had to glue it down. Now I find these arrows, and they're not going to stay there, but they are going to remain on the page. I decided I don't want them there here in a little bit, so I'm going to set them to the side. But I added some of those beautiful acetate butterflies that also come in the collection, and some have scripts and other designs on it, so it's really, really pretty. I wanted some direction there on that title, so I'm going to set that to the side. I'm going to go ahead and start embellishing some more. So I add some die cuts and some chipboard and all kinds of things. I really like doing these types of layouts because it forces me to use up all of these embellishments. And in embellishment packs, you can get anywhere from 25 to 50 pieces, sometimes sometimes 100 pieces, depending on the manufacturer. And I don't like having them sitting around. I want to go ahead and use them up, and it adds just so much character to a page. So I have these cute little banners, and that one says This Is. I'm going to move that to the bottom. So the title says This Is Fabulous, because she is quite fabulous. And then I find I want to say that's a little camera embellishment, and I don't think I end up using it. So I'm going to set that to the side. I find a piece of a die cut tag, and I thought I was going to put it there at the side, but I think I'm going to move it to the top because I didn't want to cover that butterfly, which I do. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere that, and I'm going to add some black and white twine. And I tell you, I am like a dunce when it comes to tying bows with twine. I don't know what I do wrong, but it ends up twisted and the bow doesn't come out the way that I want it. So I just left it. I wasn't going to fuss with it anymore. So if you have any tips on how to create the perfect twine bow, let me know, because I totally ceased to do that. So I'm going to add another piece of the die cuts that says hello. Then I grab this little hexagon, and I'm thinking I'm going to use it, but I think at the end of the layout I end up using a star. Oh no, I use it there at the top. Just adding more layers. So if you're curious how to do this type of technique, there is really no right or wrong way to embellish your page when you're using a lot of die cuts and other elements. Just go ahead, start with the cluster, and embellish until you feel comfortable or if it looks visually appealing. And I would recommend that you use a variety of different things. So use the little chipboard, use the wood veneer, use the die cuts, add some flair, add some enamel dots, and just kind of sit back and look at it and see if it looks visually appealing to you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add those arrows at the bottom, and they're super cute. I wanted again to add some direction to that title. There goes another banner, and I wanted to add a little bit of yellow to the page. And so I'm going to add that banner at the top, and it says this, and it's going to point down to the photo. And that retained its adhesive on the back, so I just have to stick that down. And now I'm looking for some more things because I want to add a little bit more yellow there. So I'm going to add another tag. And at first I thought I was going to tie some more twine and make another bow, but I had so much problems doing the first one, I just let it go. Okay, so I'm going to add this, this die cut star to the side as well. And I'm really trying not to cover up those butterflies that I created using my distress ink. I'm going to add a few little hearts. And then I'm going to pull out some buttons that came with the kit, and these have adhesive on the back. There's a pink sparkly button, which is going to be now replaced with a yellow button, because again, I want to add a little bit of yellow on each of those clusters. And I think that just made the page pop. Then I found in my stash these Heidi Swapp glitter embellishments, and so my little girl loves anything and all things sparkly. And so I thought, you know, I need to add that to the page. And I try to do that on a lot of the pages that I do of her. Then I got these phrase stickers that also are Heidi Swapp, and that one says, "Sprinkle it with fabulous." I'm going to put that at the bottom. I love these phrase stickers. They're so versatile. Now I'm going to do some journaling, and the journaling set, and I'm going to put journaling at by each cluster. And so in the journaling, I say you come up with the most fab outfits ever. Part of being a girl is defining, a big girl is defining your own style. We want you to be creative, bold, and daring. We want you to make a statement on your own terms. Be true to yourself always. Stand out from the rest and make a mark on the world. So that's a little bit of motherly advice. So hopefully when she goes back and she looks at her at her album, she'll go, "Oh my God, my mom was so wise." Okay, and so now I'm stamping the date at the bottom using a Heidi Swapp stamp, and I'm showing you the finishing product. I tell you, this page looks awesome in person. The pictures don't do it justice. It's so soft and so pretty and so light. And that's what I wanted. I wanted that photo to stick out and be the focal point. So I'm showing you some different spots, and some pictures are coming up next. Take care, guys. See you next time.